Boruto loses his Dojutsu. In a previous episode, we finally met the ending of the arc of Sumire, or the ending of the arc of the Ghost. And of course, new arc means new spoilers, so some new spoilers came out. I'm going to put a picture in the video. I don't really know it word for word, so I'm not going to pretend like I do know it word for word. I'm going to put a picture in the video and I want you guys to look at it. It basically says that Boruto will end up losing his Dojutsu as soon as the next episode. And when I say losing it, I don't necessarily mean that someone's going to steal his eye or something. I mean like it's not going to appear from now on. I believe that this only makes sense just because of the sheer fact that Boruto is not going to have that Dojutsu with him when it comes to the tuning exam or later on down the line. Honestly, his Dojutsu isn't even present in the manga, in the movie, or the gaiden, or anything like that, because the only time we actually seen something with Boruto's eyes when it comes to the manga was in the first chapter when we seen that preview of Boruto versus Kawaki. That was really the only thing. I think this kind of makes sense because they would have to explain to us how they didn't implement this in the actual movie when it comes to Boruto's Dojutsu. The only problem I have with this is the fact that no one knows about Boruto's Dojutsu. As you guys know, no one actually seen Boruto's Dojutsu except Sumire and Mitsuki, and I just think that it would have been much cooler if Naruto had actually known that his son is extremely strong. He has some sort of mysterious Dojutsu, instead of just taking his word for it on a whim and not really knowing if Boruto is actually telling the truth or not. That's gonna kind of bug me for the next couple of episodes until Naruto does actually realize that Boruto has a Dojutsu and he can actually use it to the best of his abilities, and he actually has a lot of potential when it comes to that Dojutsu eye. Because if Boruto actually tells him, yeah, I transcended the dimensions, I went from one dimension to another one, I just beat the new up by myself single-handedly, you think Naruto's gonna believe that? Hell no, he better not. It would just been better if Naruto would have actually knew that Boruto took care of everything, he has a Dojutsu. Now at this point, I believe it's pretty much confirmed that Sumire was the one that's controlling Boruto's Dojutsu. If Sumire isn't really around, then that means that Boruto's Dojutsu isn't really going to appear. You really got to see that because of the ghost. Every time Boruto looked at the ghost or the new, that's when his Dojutsu actually appeared. So one thing I'm kind of questioning is Sumire actually going to leave the Hidden Leaf Village? Because if she leaves, that means that, of course, Boruto's Dojutsu isn't really going to appear anymore unless Boruto actually manually learns how to use his Dojutsu and how to actually manually trigger his Dojutsu. The one thing I want to ask you guys is, do you guys actually think that Sumire is going to be kicked out of the Hidden Leaf Village? Now, a lot of people were actually talking about in the preview how the administration or the higher-ups might actually kick Sumire out, or she might get transferred. That could actually be possible because Naruto himself probably won't push to get Sumire transferred, but I'm pretty sure Shikamaru will. Shikamaru is not going to really stand for all of this BS going on in the Konoha. He's going to be like, nah, I'm done with this. She's behind it. We got to kick her out. But I do think that Naruto and Sai specifically are going to be the ones to stand up for Sumire. And honestly, I think that Boruto is going to be in Naruto's ear like 24/7. Like, no, she has to stay. I like Sumire. I think she just went down the wrong path. Things like that. And Sai as well. Sai is going to be like, oh, you should know how the Foundation does things. You know what the Foundation did to me. So specifically, what I think is going to happen, I think Sumire is going to actually get to be thrown in jail for like a year or some change, and then she'll stay back, and then she won't actually be a tuning with Boruto and everybody else. She'd probably still be a Guinea when everybody else is in the tuning exam. And I don't think Boruto is really going to see Sumire a lot until they're both tuning and they both get to go on missions together. That might be when Boruto starts to get his Dojutsu triggers again, and maybe after that, then Boruto will learn how to actually trigger his Dojutsu manually, or he'll learn how to do things with his Dojutsu and make it actually helpful to him and his teammate. I'm not really sure how strong this argument is, but a lot of people think that Sumire is going to be transferred to another village, and in turn we're going to end up getting Kawaki. And if we do, I'm guessing Kawaki is going to probably be friends with Boruto at first, because I always said this, it looks like Boruto and Kawaki are actually friends. They probably joined the same clan, or they probably joined the same team at one point to get the same kind of curse marks, but it ended up Boruto actually turning against Kawaki, or Kawaki ended up turning against Boruto, and then they end up fighting. But that might be the actual case. The only thing is, I hope Sumire actually doesn't leave, because as you guys know, as I said earlier in the video, Boruto's Dojutsu is really triggered by Sumire, and if Sumire isn't really around, then Boruto really doesn't have any basis or any triggers for his Dojutsu, which means that Boruto would probably not get his Dojutsu anytime in the near future. Obviously, he does get it back when he ends up fighting Kawaki, but that would be a long time down the road. That looks like Boruto's Shippuden. If it's actually going to be called that, I'm not sure, but it looks like a long time down the road. And I actually think that Sumire is probably going to come back, make an appearance, as I said earlier in the video, somewhere down the road. Even if she does go to a different village, I think she is going to come back hopefully she does, because her character is already extremely developed, and it would be a waste of a character to just throw her away and not have her appear in the actual anime anymore. As I said, let me know what you guys think about Sumire. Let me know if you guys think that she's going to end up being transferred. Let me know if you guys think she's going to end up being thrown in jail. As I said, my formal opinion is that I think that she's going to spend a year in jail and actually come back out and be a Genin when Boruto's in the Chunin exam. That would explain why she's really not in the manga, or she's really not in the actual Boruto movie. So let me know what you guys think, and make sure you guys comment with the hashtag notification squad to be featured in my next Boruto video. But it's been your boy Bar B, and we out.